Welcome everyone, Marcelo is my name. I'm the niche fragrance collector and I'm really excited. We're in the Perris Monte Carlo store. I've been traveling through Italy and I'm in a beautiful lake town called Desenzano. It's part of the
Garda Lake.
Garda Lake, yeah.
We can say it in Italian, it's Lago di Garda.
Lago di Garda.
Most people know Lake Como. This is one of the famous lakes that are in this region.
Right.
Absolutely.
Have a look at this beautiful footage. So this is where the Perris store is. Now look at how close it is to the waterfront. This is a quaint, just gorgeous little village or town near the lakeside. The beautiful people from Perris Monte Carlo have given us the opportunity to come and film in store. They've got such an extensive library. So if you're new to Perris Monte Carlo, we want to run through a few of the actual collections that they have, but then I'd like us to delve into the Italian collection. We'll go into what that actually means.
You mentioned that we have a big portfolio. In fact, we have 31 fragrances divided into 5 collections. So I'm being very marketing now.
Do marketing.
Okay.
Well, again, this is so you
But
guys
it's
know.
just,
Because the other thing too is that the collections are designed to appeal to a different market. So am I right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
absolutely. And what is important for us is also to transmit a geography of the portfolio.
Right.
For example, I would start to smell the Italy collection. Why? Because it's a citrus family. So you start from the freshness.
Right.
Then I will go to the GRASSE collection. So it's the floral collection.
Beautiful.
Then the black collection, where you have floral to oriental notes but with more intensity, and then go to gold collection, which is let's say the more oriental, and this is in fact the first collection.
I wanted to finish with Italian, but what Alessandra is saying is right. So when you're smelling fragrances, it's always best to start with the lighter molecules
Exactly.
or the lighter fragrances, so you can appreciate. If you start on the deep ones, your nose gets
Absolutely.
fatigued. Okay, so citrus, perfumers use Italian citrus. Why? I mean, citrus grows all around the world, but why do perfumers like to use the Italian citrus?
I would say that the Italian territory is very peculiar, and in fact we have a high level of citrus because of the earth, the sun, the fact that Italy is close to the sea. Of course, we are a peninsula, so there is the perfect territory to grow citrus.
Within this area, we are talking about the Mediterranean area. You have other places where you can find, bergamots,
Tunisia,
oranges or
yes,
cedros. Even in the north part of Africa. I think the tipping point in here is the expertise, the man knowledge, this handcraft,
Yes.
and the original way of doing
And
things.
probably also the respect of what it is.
Exactly.
How to extract it correctly.
Also the modern way of extracting. For example, the cedro di diamante comes from a modern way of extracting the essential oil, but built on the traditional extraction. So it's really a matter of nature and human knowledge. Yes. So we could also have an ingredient like in Bergamotto di Calabria. Bergamotto,
I want to smell.
Yes, in fact.
So I've had an opportunity to smell these back at home. Already, the bergamot is popping.
So the ultimate experience would be could the molecule go through the video and arrive here? That would be great.
If you could smell, okay, so to give you an idea, the bergamot is there, but there is a floral lightness component to this.
Yes, you know why? Because what you smell is bergamotto spugna. It means sponge. Because this kind of bergamot is extracted with a peculiar method coming from tradition. where you use a sponge to in contact with the zest.
Yes.
Without you leave
Yes.
up the pulp,
Yes.
and you just squeeze, and the essential oil comes out.
Beautiful.
So yes,
It's
sponge.
handmade. I mean, there's still the modern way of doing that. I mean, you have big peeling machines. You put all the fruits in there, and they do the peeling. It's a machine, you know. When you have to make industrial productions, you have to do it that way.
Right.
That particular production is handmade 100%,
Beautiful.
one by one.
This is a tough question, okay?
Okay.
Tough question.
Tough question.
A lot of people, they express like a sadness that citrus smells don't last.
Yes.
All right? Tell me why.
Just imagine like a run. If you start a competition and the citrus molecule are the thinner one.
Right.
So they start the run, and of course they are lighter and they can arrive immediately. So
Right.
that means they are volatile. The other molecule like floral, oriental are
More
bigger,
robust, yes.
Yes, fatter.
Right.
So they run, but they arrive later,
Right.
you know. So this is a metaphor, but what it's because of the
molecules.
molecule.
Yeah.
So it's the science of it. I mean, it's
Yes.
if you're getting a natural product like we are talking about here, something that is extracted from nature and to create the oil, then the molecule, a citrus molecule, is lighter. And
It is. Still, we are putting even higher concentration on those fragrances rather than the Black Collection, for example. But
Yeah.
still, it's the inner nature of those
the-
molecules.
yes.
Yeah.
I would recommend to you, if you love citrus fragrances, I mean, they are glorious for a summer, they are glorious for winter. Have a look at the Perris Monte Carlo lineup when it comes to what they've got. I want to move across. The one that I love is Mandarino. I am a big sucker for the mandarin note. I love it. I love because it's such a unique citrus note. Normally we are familiar with a lemon or a bergamot, but the mandarin, it can be equal part sweet, but it also retains that citrus component to it. What you've done on this one here is totally different. I'm going to put this on my skin.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Bravo.
Okay. Three qualities, let's say, of mandarin. The one is the green mandarin, and you have a particular kind of extraction. So you have the green mandarin. Then you have the yellow mandarin. You almost use also the orange mandarin, but yellow and green are more floral, let's say. They have a peculiar note. You smell mandarin, but also a very sweet part, not really only juicy. So it's very complex.
I was going to say, I'm so glad I have Alessandra with me because everything that you just explained now makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I'm getting the juicy mandarin scent of it, but I get a greenness also. I get this green, and I actually thought there was petitgrain or something like this in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
But there's a beautiful balance in here.
yes.
You know what? I've been listening to these histories by Gianluca himself. And this is very much related and linked to the fact that Perris Monte Carlo as a collection is something about precious raw materials. And the way he was thinking on the brand at the very beginning was, I've been gifted, to travel the world and discover different raw materials. Every single piece is an interpretation of one raw materials. It's not meant to be that each fragrance has only one material, of course not, but it's particularly his interpretation on one raw material at a time. Hey, why don't we move to NEROLI? Because we got it.
Yes.
All right, so we've got a new one. This is, I was hoping for this. So we've got the new fragrance. I haven't smelled Neroli. I'm saving my other hand for it. Tell me about this one.
Go ahead.
Okay. This is our last work around Neroli. Of course, it is again a citrus. We are in the citrus family.
Yep.
But Neroli, as you may know, comes from the flowers of the bitter orange. So you have also petit grain, absolute of orange, bergamot. So it's an invasion of citrus.
The Neroli is there. So I'm getting that Neroli, that Neroli that I'm familiar with, okay? But then there's this other evolution moving through it.
Most of the time, Neroli has a bitter
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
side, very bitter. but the Neroli from Reggio Calabria itself is more floral, less bitter than, for example, Neroli from Tunisia, Tunisie.
So let's compare the two. So
Okay.
with Mandarino, this is, I feel, maybe a little bit more female leaning. It's a softness to it. There is a floral component. There is a citrus in there. But this is a fragrance that I love to wear. This is summer. This is happiness. This is joy. This is going to the beach. This is going out to a pool party or an evening event. This is all that. Neroli, this is actually very deep. I'm not getting as a pronounced citrus note from it, but again, because it's the bitterness of the flower.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess the citrus component is not as prevalent as the Mandarino. And for me, this is comfortably unisex, masculine, feminine. There's no, and I could see that this one would last all day long.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Beautiful. You know, the other one I love is, I'm going to try to say it like the Italians. Arancia.
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 Arancia di Sicilia.
Arancia di Sicilia. Oh, another one. When I spray that one, I want to like just.
You want to eat it?
I want to eat it. I want to eat it. It would be an awesome date fragrance. You wear Arancia di Sicilia.
Perfect.
You would smell so good. You would, honestly, there's a.
In Arancia di Sicilia, you've got the Sanguinella orange from Sicily. So it's a very special.
Can I spray? I want to spray that one.
Yes.
Sorry. Because this one here, again, ladies and gentlemen, please, I want you to go out and test out. Mandarino's available now. Arancia di Sicilia is also available now. This is my opinion. If you want something that's really just unique, you haven't smelt this before, or at least I haven't. Mandarino, Arancia di Sicilia. Bada bing. This is where it's at.
So
I'm going to put this on skin.
That one is absolutely awesome if you are into layering fragrances.
Right.
So no matter, I mean, you have to respect what we've been saying before. I mean, the rule is basically you go to the more volatile to the more consistent notes. So if you make your choice within these rules, that one will be awesome. I mean, you can mix it up with Santal du Pacifique. You can mix it up with Oud Imperial.
And how would you do it? You put Oud Imperial first, and then the citrus on top.
Yes, exactly, exactly. Simple as this.
The base is always, the base are the heavier notes.
It's like really walking in a garden in Sicily with an orange garden.
And you can feel the warmth. You can feel the
sun,
orange.
Yes.
This is divine.
Shall we go for Black Collection
Black
first?
Collection.
Okay.
This is something we decide in pairs. So Patchouli, Nosy Be.
Good.
So the problem with the patchouli note is that it's a little bit polarizing. Some people like it. Some people don't like it. It has a musty component to it, but for me, this takes me overseas. This is because there's a wetness to it, there's a humidity to it, there's an earthiness to it. It has so many different facets. There's a woodiness to it. If you are not sure about patchouli, I would recommend that you check out Patchouli Nosy Be. You will be so impressed at this particular fragrance. The composition here is magic.
I would start with the name Patchouli Nosy Be. Nosy Be is a little island in Madagascar. So the quality of this patchouli comes from Nosy Be. So the territory is the peculiar side of the perfume.
Yeah, what Gianluca told me was basically that they've been trying to get a good quality on patchouli for a good period of time. And this gentleman was sharing with Gianluca the idea of, until this minute, I mean, we've been trying our best in order to get a good patchouli, but because of the weather, because of everything, I mean, the plan at the end, it's not that quality that we are looking for. So right now we are doing an experiment, which is basically planting those patchoulis into the shades of the ylang ylangs. You know, the ylang ylangs are very big trees, and they've been planting the patchoulis into the shades of the ylang ylang. That was the miracle thing, The quality coming out for this experiment was absolutely fantastic. And Gianluca was going to these guys, I want this for
Amazing.
me.
Yes.
It's a different patchouli. I mean,
Yeah,
if you
absolutely.
are so
Absolutely.
used to the patchouli traditional smell, probably, I mean, this one will surprise you
Yeah.
because it's completely different.
Absolutely. This is love.
This is, yeah.
This is love. I would be surprised that even someone who's a little bit uncomfortable with patchouli would find that.
Find it.
No, not at all.
Okay, yeah.
Comfortably masculine, comfortably feminine, all year round fragrance. I've been wearing it in summer, easily in winter too. So this one's magic. And now I know why Nosy Bee. I thought it was a cute name, like, you know, patchouli Nosy Bee.
Yeah.
But no, Nosy Bee is
No,
the
it's the origin.
the origin of where it's
But
sourced.
look, we can't get out of Nosy Bee without smelling the
Without
ylang
smelling
All right, so
the-
Shall
ylang
we?
ylang.
Shall we?
Yes, please, please.
Absolutely.
I like
Okay.
this one too. This one is a bit more feminine leaning. So
Yes,
you have to be a lot more comfortable with your
Definitely.
florals and and obviously a Lang
Yeah.
has that nuance.
Absolutely, yes.
Can be more sensual. Sorry to put it this
Very,
way.
it's very
super.
sensual. Yeah.
Yes, and it has also a combination. You smell like jasmine,
Mhm.
jasmine, the sambac
Mm.
jasmine, but I
This is
think
beautiful.
the pure note is preserved. It's
Mhm.
not covered by other notes, so you really can smell.
It's a fruity floral, but not fruity as in fruit. Okay, so
No, it's like it's a bit sweet, but
Mm.
not
just
gustative.
gorgeous. Yeah, that's right. Not gourmand here. So we're
No,
not,
not gourmand,
No,
no.
no, no.
not at all. All right.
Yes.
Allora, grass. So
So
tell me
grass?
why grass?
Grass.
Now, this is a very nice history.
Wow.
Shall I explain the history and you explain the product?
Absolutely.
So the idea, we are getting back again to the concept of the milestones. You know, pay tribute to ingredients, to specific places, and of course, grass is a very magic place for all of us into perfumes.
We choose the rose de mai because, of course, rose is one
Classic.
of the
It's the queen of the
most used and known fragrances, raw material in perfumery, and this is the rose from grass.
This
Who
is a
better than-
celebration.
yes.
It is.
This is a celebration.
Nice.
Of rose.
I love that word.
It's rose.
It's a rose.
It's
Yeah.
rose de mai. You
Yeah, the
You
name
read
the name
Rose
says
de
it.
Mai
There's no
is-
confusion.
no.
Nothing.
But yet it's not just a rose. I mean, sometimes I get fruity tones coming through.
Because of
On skin is different. On card is one thing. On skin, so I've worn Rose de Mai also.
yes,
The
I
longe-
agree completely. You have to wear
Wear
it
it.
on your skin.
Masculine and feminine. So sometimes we perceive rose to be more of a feminine leaning. Not at all. A man can comfortably wear rose. You want to try something new, something different. Rose de Mai just has a.
Yeah, it's
This is a-
super elegant.
I think for a man, this is a man in a suit, well put together.
Yeah.
This is a refined, you know. So
It
Yes,
is.
elegant. This is really a jewel for us
Yes.
because you have the absolute of rose coming from grass.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like having, I don't know, the limousine. Or
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Yep.
Last but not least,
Time to rock.
yes,
All right, so we're going to go.
So
We're going
we-
into the more
rock.
deeper. Yeah,
Okay.
deeper. So this is one of my favorites. So this is another one that sorry, please. I'll
But yeah, you can put it on your skin. That's
yeah. So this is Bois.
Dude.
dude.
Bois d'oud.
See, I've been saying Bois de Oud, but no, but it's
Bois
Bois
d'oud.
d'oud.
Bois
Bois
d'oud.
d'oud. Et
I can spell it.
yes,
It's
yeah, really. It's really powerful. And
Do not be afraid of this fragrance. Sometimes people are afraid of oud. There is so many different levels of oud, the oud that you're using from different source, from different locations. And
Yeah.
this one here, if you want to become comfortable with oud, start here. Start here. This is
yes, you're right.
a refined, a delicate, it has the oud component, but there's so many other facets to it.
Yes, you are right when you say that oud is difficult, can be a very difficult note if you are not used to
Right.
smell. Also pure oud, oud has a wonderful history because it comes from a parasite
That's right,
that
yeah.
Aquilaria tree produced this resin because of a parasite, and then it's burned and that comes the essence of oud.
Beautiful fragrance.
Yeah,
Beautiful
it's very
fragrance.
sillage.
Yeah,
that
the
means that
sillage.
you leave,
You leave a trail.
Yes, it's I
Longevity
think-
is fantastic.
Yeah.
It's a big range. It's a big collection. There is a lot of love. There's a lot of care. I would recommend maybe even start the way we did it. So start with your citrus. Spend some time having a look at the citrus group of fragrances there. Now I'm going back to Neroli. The Neroli has evolved again. I'm getting those the familiar Neroli notes now. The iris
The
has come
iris.
off. The Mandarino. How beautiful is that?
Wow.
It's just.
This is Sicily.
This is
To
happy,
me, it's
yeah.
Sicilia.
And most importantly, once you
Sicilia.
get to the store and get to know the families, I always encourage people mix and match. I mean, the layering thing is something very nice because it will educate ourselves on different smellings and putting together different fragrances. There are very simple rules you have to follow, and this collection particularly has a lot of potential to be explored in that sense as well. So it's a good thing to experiment at least.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Have a look on this.
And PATCHOULI.
Oh, you've mixed. Have you
Yes.
mixed? Yeah.
This is
I'm getting.
Bois d'Oud and Arancia.
Oh, funny because I'm getting the.
The one you like.
Yes. It's one of the combinations
That's so much more deeper too. Ah, it's beautiful. I do love your range, guys.
yeah.
Thank
Beautiful,
you.
beautiful perfumes. I also love the packaging. I love the design of your bottles. I love when you put them together. They look gorgeous.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
I mean, if you're a collector like me and you like putting things together, blocking things, it looks beautiful on a shelf.
Yeah, we are starting our adventure in Australia. We've been looking for getting the brand in there. Thanks God, we are already there with the good help of our friends of Oligarch. So thanks so much to coming here, and it's a pleasure. Hope next time is going to be in Australia, right?
Yes.
Yeah, come to Australia.
Yeah,
Wow.
Come to Australia, and then ladies and gentlemen, Oligarch, go check it out, Aussies. You want to go and test these out. The rest of the world, hunt down Perris Monte Carlo. Have a look at their range of fragrances. Come to Australia.
We'll do.
I'm sure that Kevin will do an event for you. You know, so
That will be good.
Yeah,
Wow.
I know. Actually, I'm speaking on behalf of Oligarch. No. I know the guys. But yeah, look, it would be like so wonderful.
Nice.
Yeah. And
Love it.
Yeah,
Love it.
fantastic.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
You. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone. Hope you enjoyed that. We'll see you guys all on the next episode. Grazie.
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 Grazie mille.
Grazie a te.
Grazie.
Grazie.
Bye, everyone.